Yep, that's the weather in April. So this back plastic piece is vibrating against the rear window, and I think it's due, it started happening after I did the tint, and I think it's due to one of the clips not being properly put in. So I'm gonna have to rip this off, which I hate, by the way. It's a little bit of a pain, but we're gonna have to rip this off and see if I am correct and one of the actual clips is not properly seated. So let's take a look to see what's going on. I'm not seeing anything out here that would have been rattling. And as for the clips, it looks like all the clips are there. However, it's very possible that these little standoffs should have gone into place and they maybe did not. So it's possible that was what was going on. Oh, come on. Why is this so sharp here? Couldn't find a file. I'm gonna cut it off. There's this sharp plastic tab over here. That cover. And let's not, just in case we have to come back to this, let's not experience that again. You guys see that right there? That's what did it. We are back. Kind of back. How bright is this? It's super bright. Hold on. I'll make that less bright. There you go. What's up? It's been a while. It's been shitty out. I've been busy and I haven't had content to make. But we're back, and I wanna see if this thing will turn on. If you guys remember last time around, it wouldn't turn on. It's not happening. It might be the starter. That would suck.
Okay.
But it happens. It just sucks that it happened at 30-degree weather. And I said something dumb like it's the starter, but it's not the starter because it wouldn't crank at all. This does crank, it just doesn't turn over. So we're gonna see if it was maybe the cold weather. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna say it's the fuel injectors. I don't know for a fact if that's what it is, but for some reason I feel that it's the fuel injectors. They're just not, either one of them's gone bad. Maybe it's spark. I don't know. It's one of the two, because it almost gets there and then it completely stops. Now it just doesn't even want to do it. Which it really just sounds like it might be, you know, one of the two that I mentioned. So I'm gonna do something real quick here to see if I can determine if it is fuel or spark. Now with the spark, it's a little tougher. I don't have a spark tester. There's a way of doing that. So let's see what we can do. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, this goes from the fuel pump into the fuel filter into the fuel rail, which then goes into the fuel injectors. I'm gonna take this hose off to see if the fuel pump is sending in fuel. If that's good, then we know it's either the injectors or the plugs. It's very possible that it's the plugs because those are old. The spark plugs aren't necessarily old. They're about as old as the injectors are, maybe. But it's very possible that the actual cables might be bad, or shit, even that distributor could be bad. So we're gonna first see though this fuel. Flathead or extremely small. Oh, well, we know there's fuel coming out of that because that's pressurized. So we don't even have to take that off. So fuel is there because that just sprayed right out. So we sprayed out? Yeah, because there's pressure. I just tried to turn it on and there's pressure. So we know fuel is definitely coming from the fuel pump into the filter and through the hose into the fuel rail. So now it's either a matter of fact is fuel injectors, which is very possible because of that noise that it makes. It's like a very like it's trying to force liquid out noise. So it's very possible that it's that or it's spark. All right, so let's see. I think cylinder 1 is in the front and this is cylinder 4. Let's see how it comes out. Ooh, that's dark. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
That is 100% going to prevent any kind of spark happening.
That's bad. Yep.
Could be 100% a spark issue. I did this wrong though. I should have cleaned off. We'll put it back for now, but I should have cleaned off with like an air hose all this dirt before doing this. So I'm being a bad mechanic. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're just...
So tune-up time?
They're just done. Look at that.
Oh, jeez.
You want to show your camera? That's all of them. No wonder it doesn't want to start. There's no way this thing's making spark. All right, so now that we know this is going to be 100% a spark issue, because they're that dark, there's literally nothing that's going to... It has nothing to spark off of. Yeah, I saw the bird there.
He's been here all day.
What up, dude? What up?
I watched him like catch breakfast.
So yeah, that's 100% guaranteed. No spark. Everything's dark. The tip is dark. Everything. So there's no way. And these are old. These were on here. This is an SR20 DE. That's a NA motor that I turbocharged. So these have been on since it was NA. Before I put the turbo on there. It's been a very long time these have been in there, so I'm not surprised on this, but at the same time, like, that's pushing a lot of fuel. The car isn't driven, so we're gonna change these out, see if we can we have a number. That's the number. I don't have to guess at what goes in there, so that's the number. So now we just have to see if we can get some.
got them. Got the Iridium.
We sure did. We got, so these are different than what was in there. The website I've been following for SR20 stuff, for DE and DET, these are the ones they recommend. Gapped at 0.036 for regular stuff.
036 is out of the factory, but 032 for what it's
higher boost.
Right, higher boost. And of course, grease up.
Grease. And she wanted to. It's not like I asked her to. She was like, I'm just gonna do all that. I'm like, all right.
Right. I mean, exactly. That's how it turned out. I was doing it for a while, and she was not satisfied with how I was doing it.
So once again, pure black
versus a brand new.
Versus something that can create a spark.
Something that can create a spark. Yeah, I mean, that's usually when you buy new plug wires, that's how they come. They come with the grease and the wire.
Right. These actually feel like they're going smoother in.
Are you gonna torque them in?
Nah. I did my Honda ones, but like, just don't over torque them. It's simple as that.
Right.
Just don't be an idiot and go like, oh, trying to like tighten down a bolt. Like you're not doing that.
It's not an engine bolt.
No, like I'm already feeling pretty good resistance here. I don't know if I want to even keep going, to be honest.
As far as it'll
yeah.
Work. I mean, I think if it won't.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think it sounded like it was already going to go.
Yeah.
So I think we've most likely resolved the initial issue.
That's good. I'll worry about it later. I'm trying to figure out why it's that color. Because like I don't see water. But, you know.
And you'd see the seal on the top would be.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Let's see if it'll power.
Let's get it in.
I mean, that was the only thing that made sense, so let's see.
It's alive! It's alive!
Spark plugs, baby!
Did you open the exhaust?
I did. Spark plugs.
Well, he has fuel underneath. You did not open the exhaust, dude.
I did open up a... Yeah! Nothing to worry about. It just didn't turn on because fucking spark plugs were
staying on. Like, no, I mean, it's warm.
On.
It's warm, though.
But that's the thing. Usually it's the right amount of cold is what kept it on. Remember? Too much warmth wouldn't allow it to do it. It was like a fine mixture. I don't know. Maybe it was the spark plugs the whole time. I mean, it still needs a tune. Don't get me wrong. We're not out of the boat. You know, we're not.
If it stays on without any issue right now.
Oh my God, that would be beautiful.
Because right now it's going to cycle the fuel. It's going to push the fuel injectors.
Look at these things. Look at it. Listen, people. If your shit looks like that, you are not getting anything out of your spark plugs.
Facts.
Like, I'm shocked that it turned out at any point, at any time. Although these look like there were anti-seize on them. Looks like it just... But there it is.
She's purring. She's purring like a kid.
She's running good.
She's purring like a kid.
I love it. I'm super stoked right now. So excited right now.
There it is,
this
baby.
This is so badass, man.
There it is.
Last year we ended the year poorly. It wouldn't turn on. This year we started the year good, or at least the season good. Fucker turned on. I know we're in your neighborhood. Can you do me a solid?
What?
Can you hold it back there while I give it a little real quick rev for the people?
Yeah.
For the audience, for the people watching.
Whoa.
Let's see how many fumes come out.
Let's get them out of fumes.
And it's still idles. Normally it would die at that point if I let go of the gas, and it's idling. So it's crazy how much the actual plugs changed what this car does. It does smell, you can smell some fumes now. Yeah. But I'm super stoked. We ended the season in a rough patch. We started this season with a good patch. Our friend might know somebody that could help out with the body work, cutting and welding. And if that's the case, I'm gonna have to see what I can do for that person if they're willing to help me out do this. But I'm super stoked. Super stoked we were able to do that. Hell yeah.